What is up, Raider Nation? Okay, why isn't okay? Technical difficulties here. What the? Oh, there it goes. What's up, Raider Nation? Sorry, the stream's delayed. My laptop is very slow. But what's up, Raider Nation? How y'all doing this fine morning? This fine Sunday morning. It's only 9:20 in the morning. I know this is pretty early for me to be going live, but thing is, in my area today and where I live, it's going to be very, very hot, very, very warm. And my room is enclosed almost, so it's going to get really hot in my room. And so, pretty much when I do videos up here at this time, yeah, it gets really hot up here. And I just end up sweating and dying. Don't try it, and especially with that studio light back there. You're welcome, Andy. Those pictures are the first thing that popped up. They look good. Good job. uh, But yeah. So that's why I'm going live early today. But we're gonna talk about the Raiders draft. Some good, some bad, some I was iffy about, but some have very high potential. So you really can't go wrong with what the Raiders did at all. Um, there wasn't one, oh, I didn't really like it. Oh, I'm gonna kill the Raiders for the, oh my god, why would the Raiders do that? There wasn't one any of those picks. But they were more interesting and intriguing to what the Raiders want to do with their future team, based on Gruden's vision. Now, before we get to all of that, I got to do a quick PSAs. And if you guys haven't already, go ahead and go follow the Instagram. You guys get exclusive content there, which I don't post on YouTube. You guys get more up-to-date content there from Jump. And then, huh? Don't draft grade for the Raiders. I saw, yeah. And honestly, I agree with that. I have to agree with that. Um, the Seahawks didn't make the Seahawks always do. He's a Seahawks fan, so we're just gonna go off on a tangent here. But the Seahawks always do that. They're like, you're grading our draft a D minus. Are you joking? No way, you're grading our draft a D minus. Anyway, the Seahawks always do that, where they always pick some like little known players, but like they work. you know, like why did they draft a running back in the second round, third round? I know it was day two. Anyways, you guys should also go follow the Twitter. Let me get this for you. I posted some of my reaction there too. Okay, so I'll explain. Okay, so let's go through the Raiders draft. So we picked Henry Ruggs, Damien Arnett. We got uh Lynn Bowden Jr. We got Brian Edwards, which is a very intriguing pick. We got, as I think I already said, Damien Arnett. Um, and then we finished it off yesterday with John Simpson and Meek Robinson or Meek Robertson. Yeah. So we're gonna go A through Z here. So Henry Ruggs, no introduction needed. We got one of the big three, and I think that was our plan from the jump. And so I wanted CD, and I think everybody else wanted CD. But Gruden has 100% control of the team. Al Davis sold his soul. Oh my God, sold his soul to the NFL. Uh, we didn't pick Devon White. He's an undrafted free agent, but I'll get to that too. He Mark Davis sold his soul to the NFL and John Gruden, so now John Gruden has 100% control of the team. That's been obvious since day one. But John Gruden wanted Henry Ruggs. Now I like Henry Ruggs as much as I like Jerry Jeudy and or CeeDee Lamb. Henry Ruggs has generational speed, which cannot be described. He can blow the top off of any defense, and I love it. I mean, we're trying to get fast. I was watching a Raider YouTuber, I think yesterday, who was saying, the Raiders want to be the next like speedy offense, and they want to reinvent the West Coast offense under Gruden. And I kind of see it. I do. Um, so I have to grade that draft pick an A+. I love it. I love it. I love it. You can't go wrong with it. I mean, Al Davis is smiling down on us, and that's why I wore this hat. But it's you can't be happier. I love it. He's gonna be great for us, and he's finally gonna give us our true number one. He's a very humble receiver. He's nothing like Amari Cooper and or Antonio Brown, luckily. Reason why I'm looking down at my phone is because I'm going to pull up some stats for Damien Arnett right now. But interesting tidbit on Ruggs is Ruggs catches pretty much any pass you throw at him, and 25% of the time he took a pass to the house. Wow, that's impressive. That's impressive. So I like that pick a lot. I'm excited for it. Now, some of you guys are already calling Henry Ruggs Rookie of the Year. Slow down there, Joes. I do was good in college, but speed. Yeah, I feed off of that. I I see some like Darius Hayward Bay vibes, but I think he'll be fine. You know, I think he'll be fine. Um, Definitely the route running needs to get better, and his catching ability is kind of off and on, but I think it's something the Raiders could work with. I I like the potential as long as the Raiders know how to unleash it. But I definitely see what you're saying there. I definitely see some of those traits, which I don't like, but at the same time, I think they're good enough. So let me go ahead here and get some more stats. But like I was saying, 25% of the time where Henry Ruggs caught a pass, he took it to the house. We're gonna have cornerbacks and defensive backs shaking out of their boots trying to stop the guy. So, but for you guys that are already calling him uh, offensive rookie of the year, slow down because yeah, he's gonna be good, but like even if he does good, the NFL hates the Raiders, so they're not even gonna give him the offensive rookie of the year, even if he has a good season. So y'all need to slow down, man. Y'all need to slow down. I definitely think you guys are going a little too a little too insane over Henry Ruggs at the moment. Now I'm not saying that he's not gonna be a bad receiver, but I just know that you guys are already declaring him offensive rookie of the year. Slow down there. Eh? But let me go ahead and pull up some stats here. I got to scroll all the way down to day one, so you guys gonna have to give me a second. Let me go again here. All right. So now let's talk. Now I have to give that grade an A+. You can't go wrong with either three. I'm happy about it. So now Damien Arnett. Yeah, I was really surprised. I was shocked. I was expecting us to go like AJ Terrell. Well, I mean AJ Terrell was already gone, so you really can't go there. I was expecting us to go like Christian Fulton. And by the way, the Titans got a steal. Christian Fulton or Jeff Gladney from TCU, who I really, really liked and I really, really wanted. Or, we could have gone, Ross Blacklock, Mr. Oh, I have 40 tickets and 40 parking tickets, and the Raiders let me know about it. He got drafted by the Texans. But, they could have went, bolstered up the O-line, as crazy as that sounds. They could have done a lot more value picks. But Damien Arnett, he's an interesting case because he comes from Ohio State, and that's the cornerback factory. We all know. Now, my hope is that he's not a Garen Conley. And yes, I do think it's a reach, considering the fact that he probably should have gone mid to late second round. However, I do like it. Most of the time when he was running man to man with the receiver, he held him down. He was playing the whole season last year with the broken wrist, and he returned to Ohio State for his senior year. Most guys come out their junior year. You guys already know how that fairy tale goes. But I like it. I mean, it's a lot of risk, but it's a lot of potential. He tries hard. He's a good worker. He's got a dog in him. He never gives up. And like I said, I really like how he gels with the with the receiver man to man, and how he locks him down. He uses his arms, and big thing that you can't teach with cornerbacks is he has a good sense of awareness when to turn around to grab the ball. So you can't teach that. That's God given. That takes a lot of training to even get in your head. But he has a sense of urgency to where when the ball is going to get to him. So he has that too. Good precision and good awareness. And like I said, he's locked down some pretty tough cornerbacks this year. And if I'm going down here, PFF has had him 88 on the PFF big board, and Mel Kiper and Todd McShay wasn't there, but you know, Daniel Jeremiah, those guys had him ranked the 13th best cornerback in the draft class, which isn't very high. But I mean, in Mayock and Gruden, we trust, right? So I'm gonna give that a B because I'm not too sure about it, but I do like the potential there. And Damien Arnett, I think will be good. I think he'll be fine. He's probably gonna start alongside Trayvon Mullen. I don't know that he'll be like Trayvon Mullen, but I know he's gonna start alongside Trayvon Mullen. So we'll have to see how that goes. I'm iffy on that one, but I'm willing to give it a chance. So now, next pick with the 80th pick, the Raiders selected Lynn Bowden Jr., receiver, running back, and quarterback out of Kentucky. I love the pick. Friday night I was really upset about it because we could have gone so many other ways. Willie Gay was still on the board. Trying to think of who else was still on the board at that time. Troy Pride was still on the board. Troy Dye, who I loved a lot, was still on the board. What's up? What's up, Raiders Wire? How you doing? Uh, you know, trying to go. Anthony Jennings was still there. Kyle Duggar wasn't there. I wish he was though. But there was a lot of other value picks on defense, in particular, the Raiders could have got. They could have gotten Niti and Mutiny out of Fresno State, or Muti. A lot of you guys are going after me on that one. I don't know why, but there was a lot of other value picks. But Lynn Bowden Jr., he's got a cold case. I like him. Let me tell you why. He's a three-trick pony. The Raiders could put him at quarterback if Carr does bad, or they could sub out Carr. And you know what we could do? We could have a three quarterback set. We could have Carr play some plays. On Wildcat plays, we could use Mariota. Or on trick plays, we can have Mariota shift the ball over to Lynn Bowden Jr. Or running backs. We need a backup running back to supplant Jacobs. So, Lynn Bowden Jr. can do that. Receiver. The Raiders can't go wrong with a lot of receivers, even though we have a ton. We could use that too. So there's a lot of ways we can go. And I think that Lynn Bowden Jr. is really going to help us open up our offense and what we want to do there. Lynn Bowden Jr.'s got the skills, The Raiders, I've heard, and Mike Mayock said too, they're going to prioritize him more as a running back, which I love. He could, we could trick defenses. We could probably do a lot of triple options this year, really. We could have Mariota on one side and Lynn Bowden Jr. on the other side, or Josh Jacobs on one side. We could probably, we're gonna be able to open up our offense so much, and it's gonna be so fun to watch. I like the Lynn Bowden Jr. pick because of what it could exploit our offense to. I mean, Lynn Bowden Jr., come on in. I love the pick. I'm hyped about it because of what he could do. He's a three-trick pony. He gives you that Taysom Hill-esque type player. We're going to shift him all over the field. You can't go wrong with it. I love it. And at first I was kind of upset about it because he enters the draft as a receiver, but they're going to use him as a running back. And they could even use him on like 2-point conversions to like run it in. So, I mean, I love the Lynn Bowden Jr. pick. And I think Gruden's going to utilize him so well. And I can't wait to see where it takes off our offense to. I'm ready, man. I'm ready. I love it. Yeah, Lynn Bowden Jr. If I had to pick my favorite pick, I have to go maybe Henry Ruggs and or Lynn Bowden Jr. That's one of my favorites. Now, at pick 81, the Raiders selected Brian Edwards from the South Carolina Gamecocks. I like that pick. And at first, on Friday, I was really iffy about it. But listen, the guy was supposed to go first round. The guy would have went first round if he didn't get injured. He has the chance to supplant and or be better than Tyrell Williams. Brian Edwards is going to be so good that I guarantee you within the next 3 years, he's going to be wide receiver number 2 alongside Ruggs. He's going to be good. He was a steal. That's what you call a steal. I mean, the kid got speed, got good hands. He's got good acceleration. I mean, it's just he's got it all. I love it. I gotta give that one a B, and I gotta give Lynn Bowden Jr. a B as well. But I mean, it's the Raiders are trying to open up speed and have big bodies. Derek Carr has no excuses this year. He one of huh? I did see that, dude. His catch against Tennessee, wow. He caught it one-handed, and then jeez, he's that big-bodied possession catch receiver, and the Raiders haven't had that since maybe Amari Cooper, or even not Amari Cooper. You know, he's kind of like he reminds me of, if you want a draft comparison for him. I'm gonna give you Justin Jefferson, but better. I think he's Justin Jefferson, but he's a lot more sharper in his game. Brian Edwards, guys, watch out, because he's gonna be good. I can't wait to see it. Him and Carr are gonna have such a good chemistry along with Ruggs. I mean, it's gonna be fun. We're gonna be scary this year on offense. Defense, I don't know, but on offense, oh yeah. But I'm ready to see it. I'm ready to see it. I love it. Next pick, the Raiders traded up to get John Simpson, guard out of Clemson. And this one opened my eyes. If it doesn't open up any of your guys' eyes, it sure opened up mine. It sure opened up mine. It sure did. It sure did. Wow, we drafted another guard. That makes 6 guards the Raiders have acquired through either free agency or the draft during the offseason. We acquired Eric Kush, John Simpson. We re-signed Denzel Good. I'm trying to think who else we got, because I know there was a lot of other bodies we got. I think we got 2 other guys, but yeah, if every receiver works out, I expect Tyrod to be gone. Honestly, the Raiders signed Tyrod to a $46 million deal over the course of 2 years. I had expected him to be a starter for a while, but more that I think about it, especially with his injury this past year, I think he was more of a placeholder, because there's no way you draft Brian Edwards, because Brian Edwards has way more potential than Tyrell Williams. Brian Edwards is a lot more bigger bodied, better possession receiver. I think Tyrell Williams was more a yak more than anything, And I think Brian Edwards was more of that bullish possession catch type receiver. So I do expect Tyrell to be gone, especially considering the Raiders could get out of his contract this year. Considering also this is his last year of his contract. So I think, and I also think that I think that Tyrell's foot injury messed him up a little bit. But I think that it looks more and more to me every single day with the kind of receiver the Raiders are drafting that he was more of a placeholder. Just me. But anyways, John Simpson, that pick opened up my eyes, because they're drafted 6. I mean, they picked up 6 offensive guards. Gabe Jackson is still there. Gabe Jackson, you can get out of his contract. You can get out of his contract for nothing. He saved us $11 million. I thought for sure the Raiders were going to draft him tomorrow. I see that. I see it. Slower version of AJ Green. But I thought for sure yesterday the Raiders were going to go ahead and ship Gabe Jackson out of town to pick up more late draft assets. And I think that's what we should have done. But, Mayock and Gruden didn't want it. And they didn't draft again after Amik Robinson, who we're going to talk about here in a second. But in my eyes, I really think we should get rid of Gabe Jackson. Only because that would give us a lot of money. But how do we spend it? I think it depends on how we would spend it. John Simpson, he looks good. He's good at run blocking. I was really surprised looking at his film how well his run blocking was. Pass blocking needs some work, but he's got heavy hands and he's good. And I think one day he'll be a starter. I think maybe he'll take over for Richie Incognito when or if he retires. You know, I think he's gonna. I think he's gonna start one day. I don't know when, but I definitely see. I definitely. I definitely see some starting uh potential. Now, Raiders Wire said, to be honest, when Gabe Jackson isn't hurt, injured, he's a beast. But when we're trying to trade him, we're trying to trade him. Now, if there's no need to trade Gabe Jackson, don't do it. But if you need to do it for another player, like, I don't know, and I know this won't happen, but Yannick Ngakwe, you know, go ahead and do it. But I'm just saying, I think that we're gonna hold on to Gabe Jackson until or unless there's better value. I don't know. Something about Gabe Jackson just sets me off. It's a little odd. It's like he got hurt last year, right? And I think honestly, um, some point last year, no, during the preseason last year, he got an ankle injury or some kind, right? Ever since then, he hasn't been the same. Is it just me, or does it seem like every time Denzel Good was in there, our offensive line was a lot sturdier on the right side, but when Gabe Jackson was in there, uh, our offensive line was a lot more vulnerable on the right side. I don't know. It just seemed to that. Maybe it's because of the knee injury he tried playing with, but something didn't seem right. Something seemed off. However, I do think we should keep Gabe Jackson unless there's a better option. And I think we're gonna end up grooming John Simpson, and I think he's gonna end up starting one day. I like his potential. His run blocking is amazing. He started for Clemson. He's good. His feet are good. I think he'll be able to work with Tom Cable well, and I think that was a good value pick for the future. I do. I do. Most of these guys Raiders drafted are for the future. They're not for, but yeah. You know what? Call me crazy, but I think within the next 2 years, we're gonna have a very electric offense. I think they're trying to copy what the Niners did. I really do. They had good receivers. Well, they had decent receivers, but they were fast. They were electric, and they had good hands, and they were good when it came to yards after catch and stuff like that. I think that's going to be more of the value of the Raiders. But I'm really excited to see what our new receivers do. Anyways, and then finally, Amik Robinson. I was a little confused by that at first, but let me tell you, I watched this film yesterday, and whew, that kid's a dog. That kid's a dog. Whew, that kid's a dog. Oh man, Amik Robinson, that had to be the biggest steal of our draft class. It had to be. He's really good. He's really fast. He's got you know what really surprised me about Amik Robinson, and I'll tell you this is he had a good twitch. His twitch to find the ball and his awareness to look for the pass and the ball was really good. I think you know what, and I think that Amik Robinson has such a high ceiling. He could probably be better than Conley, and even have an arms race with Mullen at the end of the day. He's that good. I didn't realize how good he was. I had heard the name, and then I watched the film a little after the Raiders drafted him, and then I'm like, wow, they got a steal. And I was the Raiders did something where they called the kids and they filmed it, and they got the kids' reactions. That kid was so emotional. That kid wanted to be a Raider, and he even tweeted, "Make no mistake." He said, "That was no mistake, Raiders. I got a point to prove." He's really overlooked. He's really good. He's got such a high ceiling. He's huh? Oh, predicted jersey numbers. Okay, I'll do that here in a second. Um, but like I'm saying, it's he's got such high potential and he's got such a high ceiling. He's got good awareness and his twitch is out of the park. His twitch and his ability to stay man to man, considering how small he is. He's only 5'8", but wow, he's he's really good. I'm gonna pull up some stats here for you guys. Let me do this here for y'all. Amik Robinson in 2019, 91.2 coverage grade, crazy. 17 passes deflected. That's another thing. If there's one thing that Amik Robinson is like just a god at, is he's good at deflecting passes. And the Raiders had trouble doing that because they were more stopped on hitting the receiver at first bait. He's got that second instinct. 5 interceptions and 54.3 passer rating when targeted. And the newest member of the Raider Nation is a dog. Yeah. We all know that 54.2 passer rating isn't good for a quarterback. That's below average. So I like it. Amik Robinson, wow. I couldn't be happier. Among other guys, we assigned Devon White, linebacker and safety out of UNLV. We signed some guy named Mondre Harper out of Southern Illinois cornerback. We signed a kicker. We signed an undrafted kicker. Woo! We signed some guy named Dominic Ellerby out of Utah State, a kicker. So happy. If there's any undrafted free agent that sticks on the Raiders, I'm hoping it's him. I don't like Carlson. Carlson has burned all bridges with me. Carlson, I'm done with Carlson. I've had it. I've had it in. But you know what? I was reading something saying that yes, I wanted Blankenship as well. But as soon as the draft ended, he had signed the contract with the Colts. I honestly think that if we signed Blankenship, we probably would have cut Carlson right there and then. But I definitely think the Colts are a good fit for him. I did want Rodrigo Blankenship. Another player that I wanted was Lou Barku, who I also looked at on my Raider Nation draft profiles. Oh man, that kid has some skill, but he ended up signing with the Jaguars. We also signed some defensive tackle, and we signed another receiver. And bro, my rugs, it is fire, but it's a second delayed. Oh, that sucks. It's like I'm saying, I love the undrafted free agents. In fact, I want to tell you guys that I actually ended up getting in contact with Mardre Harper because he only had like 1,000 or so Instagram followers. So I said, "Welcome to the Raiders." He hearted it and he said, "Thank you so much, ready to work." So I asked him because I was planning to go live today. I asked him, "I tried anything you would want the Raider Nation to know about the player we are getting in you." He just gave me 3 words: a straight dog. All right. All right. We're looking at it. We want to see it. You're holding yourself to a high regard, buddy. We want to see it. Let's go. We'll see how that pans out. But I like the Raiders free agency, undrafted free agency signings too. I like Devon White a lot. He's got good potential. He's a scrawny receiver, but he reminds me a lot of Nicholas Morrow, and I definitely think he'll be a perfect rotational linebacker between Nicholas Morrow, Marquel Lee, and who else? There's another guy, isn't there? Nicholas Morrow, Marquel Lee. I'm forgetting somebody. I know I'm forgetting somebody. Somebody in that middle linebacker spot, or in that left outside linebacker spot. But anyway, Devon White is like Tanner. Oh my God, I totally forgot about Tanner Muse, didn't I? Tanner Muse, and I'm gonna compare him to Devon White. Devon White and Tanner Muse are like the same player. They're a linebacker and safety. They're gonna do whatever Coach Gruden asks of them. And I'm gonna tell you guys this: I love the Tanner Muse pick. Another Clemson guy, the Clemson Raiders. To be fair, Tanner Muse is gonna do whatever Coach Gruden asks of him. He loves Coach Gruden already, based on the call that we heard. And Tanner Muse, I'm really excited. I'm really excited because the Raiders took a chance on a player that's going to get it done. He's an in-the-box linebacker, man-to-man safety. He can get it done. I think the Raiders will kind of try to play him at nickel corner. I have heard that they're going to try to play him most at special teams during his first year and then hope he can start at left outside linebacker in his second year. And I think that's good enough for him. But I think during the preseason, they should experiment at putting him at LaMarcus Joyner's role. I definitely think he would be good at slot corner. I do think that LaMarcus Joyner signing was bust. Ugh. That didn't pan out. Just put him at safety. I think he'd be better at safety than slot corner, but the Raiders don't believe us. So what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? um, but I think they should experiment with Tanner Muse at slot corner. I think that'd be a good spot for him in his rookie year. Now I also like this pick because of Jeff Heath. Jeff Heath is probably going to start somewhere. But Jeff Heath and Demarius Randall can't start forever. They're not going to be around forever. They're at their back end of their careers. And Tanner Muse is that guy. Tanner Muse is that dog. Him and Jonathan Abram would be good together. And I definitely think within the next 3 years he'll be our starting. I think within the next 3 years he'll be our starting strong safety or free safety. He'll be starting safety on the back end. So because of the potential and because of what we're gonna do with him in the future, I'm gonna give that Tanner Muse draft pick an A-. I like it. I do. All right, so now we're gonna predict jersey numbers. Okay, and a lot of you guys are already placing orders for Henry Ruggs jerseys. Why? The season hasn't. We don't even know how he's gonna pan out. You're already spending your money on him. Whatever. But I just think that's funny. I find it funny. But I'm gonna say Henry Ruggs wears number 11. I do think the Raiders should have retired number 11 because of Janikowski, but the Raiders don't retire numbers, so I guess that doesn't happen. But I think Henry Ruggs will be number 11. I think. Okay, Henry Ruggs number 11. Lynn Bowden, I'm gonna give him number 80. I think that Tanner Muse looks like a number 38. I don't know. I just see it. Amik Robinson, I'm going to give him 26. Simpson looks like a number 72. I don't know. I'm just going off the top of my head. And all the other guys, Ellerby the kicker, I'll give him number 3. Devon White, 54. I don't know. I'm just guessing some numbers out there. But my point is, I think Henry Ruggs stays at number 11. Now, somebody sent me a message. Let's see. Hopefully, we sign some more undrafted free agents, and I'm really excited to see where they go with it. So, yeah. Sorry, guys. That's a friend of mine. Hold on. All right, but that's my take on the draft. Overall, I'm gonna give the Raiders draft class a B. Some risk, a lot of potential, and a lot of speed. Ruggs equals Hill. Arnett equals Tre'Davious White. Oh, that's a big comparison for him. Bowden equals Taysom Hill, no doubt. Edwards equals Green. I see that. Muse equals Joe Sobert. I see that too. John Simpson. Trey Henderson. Doesn't he play for the Jaguars? His name sounds familiar. But let me know what you guys think about the draft. I'm gonna stay on here for a little bit longer, and then I'm gonna get off because I'm gonna go eat breakfast. So yeah. Real quick, guys, I want to give out a quick PSA. Go ahead and go follow the Fantasy Kid on Instagram. A good friend of mine who knows a lot about dynasties on Sleeper and fantasy football. He knows it from back to end. He go for days. He's really talented at that stuff. He'll give you any advice. He'll let you know on any trades what rookie draft picks are worth. If you need any advice, go to him. So go follow the Fantasy Kid on Instagram. It's worth the follow. You guys are gonna love it. Trust me. I'll even shout it out later. But for fantasy advice, go to him. He knows fantasy from book end to book side. He's so good at it. He'll let you know anything. If you need value, he's got you. If you need advice on rookie draft picks, he's got you. If you want him to join a dynasty of yours, he's got you. Like, he's got you. That's my point. But yeah. Anything else, guys? Anything else? I'm gonna see if there's any more Raider updates because. Huh? Oh, that's your jersey predictions. Yeah, Ruggs I think is staying at 11. Arnett 21. Didn't he wear 21 in college? That'd be a good fit. Bowden equals 1. Bowden can't wear number 1 because if he's gonna be it really honestly though it really depends where they classify him at. Because if they classify him as a quarterback, yeah. If they classify him as a running back, which they're planning to do, he can't. Um, Edwards 89. Ooh, the Cooper number. Muse 33. Okay. Simpson 73 and Robinson 23. Okay. Now hopefully Brian Edwards is better than Amari Cooper. But you know. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much all I got for y'all today. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys enjoyed this early stream. Hold on. Really? Wow. But hope you guys enjoyed. I'm ready to see what the rookies can do, and I can't be more excited for it. And until then, Raider Nation, as always, go Raiders. I'll probably be doing a episode of the podcast Wednesday, maybe. I'll see you guys next time though.